Hello and welcome to this latest Lukozer retro game review video, and for this one we really have got an absolute classic. Dungeon Master was originally released, I think, as far back as 1986, at least so this seems to show, which must surely make it one of the earliest Amiga games that there was. This version that I am playing is actually a 1992 version that was reissued by Psygnosis. There are supposedly some differences. In fact, I believe these doors here are different already. So let's get a game underway. And well, we'll go through this one then. So this was pretty much the first, and well, for some, including me, it's still the de facto like first-person perspective role-playing game. I mean, it just, at the time, it just blew everyone away. I never saw a single bad review, and with good reason. I don't know anybody who had the game who didn't think it was fantastic, again with good reason. I am by no means any sort of exception to this. So controlling the game is pretty much your standard. You can turn with these two keys here, and then you move in a direction of these ones. Now, there is no way I am going to be able to show you the whole game. In fact, I'm going to barely scratch the surface. Essentially, I'll just let you know what I think of the game and everything, and what you can expect. But if you are even slightly interested in the game from seeing this video, and assuming you haven't already played it and therefore don't know about it, then, you know, if you have just a little interest in it from here, trust me, the game lives up to the expectations. So what you do to start off with is you head to all these places here, and you can check out these various characters that you can see in these portraits. And if you like the look of them, you can then either resurrect them, in which case they shall appear with everything they're carrying and their current stats, their health, stamina, mana and whatever. Or you can reincarnate them, where you get to give them a new name, but their stats start completely at zero. In fact, if we look at here, you can see this guy's a novice fighter, novice ninja, novice priest, novice wizard. So he's already a fairly good all-rounder. Fighter is pretty obvious, you know, he'll do the hand-to-hand combat with your weapons and everything else. Ninja is how good he is at with throwing weapons. So if you have like knives or you know, like ninja stars or anything, he'll be, that is how accurate you are with them. Novice priest is, well, priest is the ability to create like potions, and the wizard is the ability to cast spells. So Zed is actually quite a useful one. He's one I always carry. So here he is. Now we just check him out. He's got a torch in his hand, but you don't need that here. So we don't bother with the torch. We just go, whoops, yeah, I didn't mean to do that, there we go. Right, so in this area you don't need the torch because there's plenty of light. So this guy is almost certainly a wizard of some kind, and he's also a novice fighter, apprentice priest, so he's not actually much good as a wizard. But there are plenty of characters to choose. If this is the one I'm thinking, Syra, novice, priest, apprentice, wizard. That's not too bad actually. Right, Syra will be in mine. Now Syra is the second one, this one in yellow, but because she's more of a priest and a wizard, I would prefer her to be in the back row. So if I just check her stats, no, not Z's, Syra's stats, let's just check again. Novice, priest, apprentice, wizard, yeah, so I want her in the back. Here's the entrance, or not entrance, the exit to take you into the dungeon itself. Well, you can, if you want to, go there with just one person, but you can have 4, and I like to have 4. That little shit, he's actually quite a useful wizard, but Daru here, I can remember his name, apprentice fighter, neophyte wizard, but he is extremely strong. Look at his health, 100, and stamina 65. His mana is pretty pathetic, but I don't want him as a wizard. I want him as a fighter, so we'll resurrect him. And there is one more that I definitely want. Not her. Not him either. Now, where is it? It's not him, that dwarf-like bloke. I'll tell you, the character name I'm after is Gothmog. I seem to remember Layla was also quite useful. Journeyman Ninja, yeah. The disadvantage of starting off with characters who are journeymen, Sonya, I remember, yeah, was another really good fighter, but I've got 2 good fighters already. If they start off at a relatively high level already, then it does take them longer to gain levels. Okay, not him. I think I'm getting close to where the one I want is. I'm up it already, haven't I? Okay, another little shit. He's also a relatively good wizard, but that's all he's good at. Ah, that's Hissa. That means that Gothmog should be this bloke here. Yep, there he is. And he is Journeyman Wizard, so he is a good one to start off with for a wizard. His mana 18 doesn't sound like a lot, but it is pretty good. So there we go. So we have our 4 what do you call it? 4 adventurers chosen. Now when you click on the name and it gets highlighted in yellow, it means that that person is the one who does all the picking up of stuff and the throwing of stuff. Now I need to find the way out again. Right, where is it? Come on, that looks like I'm back at the fucking way in. If ever there was a game where a map is useful, this is the one. Here we are. So, pick up the apple. Food you will definitely need. We'll give it to Zed. When they need to eat, you just simply click on the apple and then click on the mouth. Same with drink. They will need water. You'll find water skins around, and you just pick them up, and here you go. That is bread. We'll definitely want that as well. So we'll give this to Zed. So at the moment, Zed's the guy who's been nominated as the food carrier. There's another torch, which we will also need. We'll give that to Syra for now. And first water skin, so we will put that in Zed's pocket there. We'll pick up the scroll, and if you hold it down on the right, invoke full for magic torch. Now that's to do with the spells. Spells need either 2 or 3 symbols. The first symbol is always the strength of the spell, so if you click on the first symbol, it's strength 1, so it's going to be a comparatively weak spell. Whereas once people become much more adept at spell casting, you can then start with spell 6. Now some spells I remember, 1 and then 4 will give like a magical torch effect, so you can see in the dark. 1, 4, 4 casts a fireball. Now this here is one of the altars of rebirth. If your character dies, or a character rather dies, you put their corpse in there and they are resurrected. Now you saw the steps there which take you down to level 2, but I want to get everything from this level first. So take the corn, more food. Trust me, in later levels food does start to become very scarce, so you do want to take as much food as you want. So open that up. Bread here. Might as well just let everybody have some food anyway, so Daru can take the bread, that's cheese. Give that to Gothmog. Apples, Syra has an apple already, so she can have another one. And that is everything in this room. So that is level 1 cleared out. So what I will do, we'll go down to level 2. And you can see level 2 is in complete darkness. So we have to put the torch in the hand of Zed there. In fact, let's put the torch in that hand so then he can use it as a weapon as well. So let's go this way. Let's see if there's anything around here. There's the key which opens that gate. But in fact what I am going to do is check out here, because yes, saw that. That's a club. That will be very handy for Daru to have that, because he's one of the front fighters. Now that mummy there, mummies can be quite tough. Well, they're tough for a first enemy. So we'll leave him for now. So pick up the key and then use it in that lock. Believe me, the keys are not always that obvious. If you turn, well, you know, before you actually step outwards, you can see that, or get a rough idea of what is around the corner. So there's another key there, topaz key. We'll give that to Gothmog. He can stick that in his pocket. Hoping we're not going to get completely lost, because it has been some time. Now I can see in there are some creatures called screamers. They're not very strong though, so we should be okay. Let's see if that key, okay, that key doesn't work in that lock. So whatever that key does, it's not for there. Okay, I remember this room. There's a rock there. Give that to Syra so she can throw it. The reason I took the long way round is because you can see those pressure pads. That one is the one I stepped on, which opened the door, and this one closes it. So, carry on going. I suspect this is where the topaz key is needed. So, let's give it a go. No, okay. Topaz key is no good here either, so it looks like I can't get any further around here. I could hear something moving around. This is one of those games that can make you jump because you come across something moving, you have no idea what it is. You can see there's another gate there. This lever opens it. As I say, not all the puzzles are that simple, they do get tougher. Now here, this one will close that hatch. Sometimes they quickly reopen again, but it looks like I'm alright here. So this key, gold key, we'll give that to Gothmog. Boots, right, so who's going to need boots? Daru. Zed already has Hosen, well, that's the chainmail I think, so yeah. He's already got some kind of armour. Daru doesn't have any. Daru is sort of, he looks a bit like a Wookiee. Right, let's see if this key I've just got opens this one. Nope. Let's keep the keys in close proximity, so Syra will have this is the topaz key, which also doesn't work there. Oops. So avoid that pressure pad that will close that door. Gold key. Gold key doesn't open this lock either. Nope. Okay. Not what I was expecting, to be honest. Right. Whoops. Went a bit too fast there. Yeah, you do lose health if you go and slam into a wall, so you want to be careful not to do that too many times. That way I've already been, so I did not go this way.
No. No.
Right, so we'll just give everyone a chance to drink.
No. No.
And Gothmog.
No. No.
There we go. Right, so everyone's had a drink out of that. You can also fill the skins, the water skins with them. So the topaz key opens that one. I would imagine therefore the gold key opens this one. Yep. Right, we've got all sorts here. Right, we've got another torch. That will come in handy when this one eventually burns out, which it will. Emerald key we'll give to Syra here. Dagger. Who gets the dagger? Syra. She can use that and throw it. And the arrow, useful as open double. Well, Syra's already got one. Zed has armour. Gothmog has his cape. Daru has nothing, so we'll give it to him. Now, before this video ends up getting too long, what I'm going to do is go back to, if I'm going the right way, yeah, go back to where the mummy was, so you get to see some combat anyway. So we'll open it up, and then when he comes out we'll actually drop it on his head whilst, whoops, come on. He doesn't want to come forward now because otherwise, there we go, too scared. Right, well, we'll move that aside for one moment. There's another dagger. We'll give it a Gothmog. Don't really want to put daggers into spell users' hands because they need a hand free to cast spells with. You'll notice this panel here looks a bit out of place, so click on that. Aha! A falchion. A very handy weapon indeed. So Daru can have that. Zed gets the club, which means we're now in complete darkness because no one's holding the torch. So Syra can now hold the torch. That means we'll stick the second dagger in her pocket. It looks like that's everything in this area that the mummy was effectively guarding. So now we do need to go back around this way and see if we can find which door that emerald, or was it an emerald key that I got? I think it was, yes. Alright, so it is this way. Does that mean that's where the lever is? Okay, so that's a dead end. And as you may have noticed, this game is pretty absorbing. I'm sort of losing all track of time. The key does not, the emerald key there, does not open that door. So, I mean, as I think I'm showing, this game is totally absorbing, and I get absolutely hooked by it every time. So it is, I think it's a superb game. It absolutely deserves the reputation it has of being, fantastic. Right, we'll take the iron key from that was hidden in amongst those rags. We'll take the gi trousers. Daru is starting to wear something, although he probably looks a bit of an idiot at the moment. You notice it's getting darker. That torch is not doing as good a job anymore. But we have another falchion, so we'll give it to Zed. Leather boots. Well, Syra doesn't have any boots on, so she can have those. Gothmog is the one who needs more after that. Another torch. See, Gothmog has become our torch bearer, hasn't he? Yeah, okay, let's give the torches all to Gothmog then. There's another key there, so you can only just see it, but that is intentional, because you can only just see it. Means it would be, tough to see at the best of times. So that's not, restriction of like the game's graphic-wise. That's done deliberately. So now we can head to where that other door was, here, where the screechers are. What I'll do first is put a better, yeah, there we go, a better torch in. Right, so the solid key isn't doing the job, so it must be the iron key. There we go, and there's a screecher. You see the, there you go, how much damage you take in the screen there. This thing here is a screamer slice, so you can actually eat these creatures that you just attacked. They are various foods, improve your food level by various amounts. So bread improves it a hell of a lot, an apple improves it quite well, cheese that Gothmos carrying it improves it a hell of a lot, corn quite well, screamer slice not so well, but there are worse. There's a worm around after you destroy enemy worm creatures that you find here, which taste so disgusting that they barely improve your hunger at all. Parry move was clearly not very good. Right, so we have more screamer slices. We'll hand them out evenly because I'm sure everyone will be desperate for a piece of screamer. So I'm not sure if there's going to be any more creatures close by. Another key, gold key. Right, so we can drink again. So we can see again that water for everybody is up to maximum. This looks like being the only way we can go, so this must be the right key. Yep. Now sometimes you'll have messages written on the wall, and I thought there was one there, but I guess not. Now here we have the first of the puzzles. You have to make sure you can have both doorways open as you approach, like so. In case you need it, another water fountain. Now here, this large space, I think, yeah, there are several creatures here. So let's try and cast a spell. 1, 4, 4, cast. There we go. That's the fireball that attacks them. So that Syra can throw that. So that thrown. There we go. That damaged that one. Well, took a hit there. 5. But no problem. And of course you can then get back everything that you used, you know, if you threw at them. So we'll just pick up everything. And well, before I end up making this video go on for like, you know, an enormous amount of time, let's get our scores. I think this game is fantastic. I think it is still one of the greatest role-playing games ever created for a computer. Not just, you know, for the Amiga, but I think of all time. In fact, until the likes of Dragon Age, and before then Neverwinter Nights. But really, before them, there wasn't anything to that was as good as this, I thought. And I still think that's the case now. I think they are. This is, just fantastic. And I think it's going to be a long time before a role-playing game comes along that is as good as this. So, I mean, graphics-wise, it's fine. It may not be as sophisticated as, well, certainly any of today's role-playing games, but I mean, it's still great. Sound-wise, the sounds are a bit sparse, but what are there work really well, especially in later levels when this game really does make you jump, and I mean seriously makes you jump. There are times where it has you quite literally shitting your pants. And the gameplay, I think, is fantastic. As I say, until Neverwinter Nights and Dragon Age, this was the definitive role-playing game of any kind. And as first-person perspective role-playing games go, I still think this is the best. There were later ones that came along for the Amiga. Eye of the Beholder was a highly rated one, and it was quite good, but not as good as this. Psygnosis came along with one called Obitus, which was diabolical. I'm not sure about ones on the PC. I'm sure there must be some, but I don't remember any. So, what do I rate this? I will give this... It's a 10 out of 10. I just can't give it anything less. It's that good. It's superb. If you like role-playing games and you missed out on this back in the day, get it now. You will not regret it. So there you go, Dungeon Master for the Amiga, 10 out of 10, absolutely deserving of that score. So yeah, superb game, simple as. So that brings this video to an end. We'll see you at the next one.